Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Well, we're back here at Infiniti of Flemington in Flemington, New Jersey. Check out this brand new 2025 Infiniti QX60. This is the best-selling Luxe all-wheel drive trim in majestic white with the graphite leather interior. So if you're in the market for a premium branded three-row midsize SUV, do you look at this QX60? Because in the lineup right now, this is my favorite Infiniti by far, the way they have this set up and the way it looks on the inside. But you know, we got a redesigned QX60 coming right now. Infiniti says hitting dealer lots in July. So do you buy this one or do you wait for that QX60 redesign to come out for the 26 model year? You can let me know as we go through this SUV. So let's dig in. The front end of this QX60 Luxe in the majestic white with a full spread of LED lighting up front and the chrome trim around that gloss black upper grille with flat black down on the bottom part of the grille and that huge Infiniti badge in the middle. Now, as we move around to the wheel and tire setup, we have a 20-inch machined aluminum alloy wheel, the Infiniti badge on the center cap. These wheels are wrapped in hand-cooked Dynapro HP2 all-season tires, 255 on the width, 50 series sidewall 20s, all four corners, all-wheel drive. You can also get the Luxe trim in front-wheel drive to save some money. There is that majestic white paint. Really nice looking paint. It's got a very deep pearlescent look to it, which I like. It's just not a plain old white. As we move in closer, we're going to have gloss black side view mirror caps, LED turn signals with 360-degree view cameras, color match door handle with some chrome bling on them on the front and back, left side fuel filler cap, 18.5-gallon fuel tank, by the way, up top, color matched roof with the shark fin antenna, aluminum on the roof rails, panoramic sunroof, and up over the back, we have the roof spoiler coming off the top, the wiper down below on the glass, and then a full spread of LED lighting in the back as well. Infiniti right spelled out in the middle of the tailgate, QX60 on the right, and all-wheel drive on the left, with our exhaust tucked up underneath the rear of the vehicle. Under the hood of this 25 QX60 Luxe, we do have a power plant change for 25. Infiniti Nissan took out the 3.5-liter V6 and put in the 2-liter VC turbo inline 4-cylinder engine and mated it to a 9-speed automatic transmission, 268 horsepower, 286 pound-feet of torque. This QX60 can tow up to 6,000 pounds, MPGs, 22 in the city, 27 on the highway, and 24 combined. Before we get into the interior, you're going to want to know, Mike, how much? Well, you got to understand Infinitis are going to be much more expensive than the equivalent Nissan. So here we go. Base price for the 25 QX60 Luxe all-wheel drive, $59,800. Then we have to add in $1,500 for the Vision package, and then splash guards, premium paint, once we add that stuff in, and a destination and delivery charge of $1,350 from Infiniti's Smyrna, Tennessee assembly plant. We have a total vehicle MSRP from the factory of $62,580. So let's check out the interior. Starting with the driver door panel, we'll move in closer and we're going to go with the graphite soft touch material across the top with the lighter gray stitching into this brushed aluminum trim into your door handle. 2 memory seat settings. We have flat black on our switchgear with a soft armrest and the cross stitch with power fold mirrors in and out. And then we have the 17-speaker Bose Performance audio system, a huge door pocket into the footbox. Nice large dead pedal brake and accelerator with the floor mats in the rear of the vehicle at this time. We have the illuminated Infiniti door sill plates to welcome you to the vehicle. Full power for the driver and the front passenger. Graphite leather with the light gray cross stitch, bolstering, forgiving, headrests, forgiving. Front passenger door panel, same action as the driver, except you don't get the memory seat settings. Up top, the graphite with the stitching, some silver trim to break up all this graphite, and then more cross stitch gloss black with some brushed aluminum into your heat and air vent. And then down below, large glove box. Now, as we come on over to the infotainment screen, what we have here is Infiniti's 12.3-inch infotainment system, wireless CarPlay, Android Auto, touchscreen capability, nice zooming in and out, so I do like that. And you can work it from the touchscreen or from the dial on the center stack, depending on what you're more comfortable with. So I like that type of flexibility built into the system. This is your home screen, right? You can go to your radio or your audio. Here we are with our Sirius XM. We go to our sources. We have HD, AM, FM, Sirius XM, Bluetooth music, USB music. As we come back out, we can go to our home menu, which is right here. Hit that. And now we're back to our home menu, and we can come across. You have Sirius XM traffic, fuel prices, and then you have your customized menu. You can come down here, and we can go to our connections, where you have your Wi-Fi hotspot. You can hook up to 6 devices. We come back, and you have your general settings, where you can go ahead and can get your clock, your driver profile, in-touch services, hook the vehicle up with your smartphone, that sort of thing, adjust your equalizer, all that jazz in here. So pretty much nice and simple. Then we can go back to our map. Let's check out that 360-degree view camera. There it is. And it is with trajectory, and it is pretty clear. Now with the new redesign coming for 26, they will update the cameras to that same crystal clear cameras we see in QX80 right now. And then we can go back to park, and we're back to the beginning. So nicely done, piece of cake. Now, as we come down further, 2 heat and air vents right here. Down further, we have a lot of gloss black on this panel, so be careful. You have dual climate, you have 3-stage heated seats, and 3-stage ventilated seats for the driver and the front passenger right there, with a heated steering wheel on or off right there. You can control the front, and you can hit rear and control the rear climate from up here as well. Down further, there's your wireless charging pad with a USB-C and a USB-A. And then right in here, push button start, drive modes, which we'll check out when we go through the dash. Engine auto stop start on or off. I always put that off. Here is the gear shift that's going to take you through this 9-speed automatic. We have an electric brake, auto vehicle hold. This is the dial that you can use to go through the infotainment system if you don't want to use the touchscreen. Chrome trim here, so I do like that instead of gloss black. And then our Infiniti key fob is right here. Looks nice, updated one. Infiniti on the top. Remote start, lock unlock, top to tailgate, panic button. It says Infiniti on the back as well. So nicely done. And then we have a nice soft armrest in the graphite with the stitching. We open it up. We have a 12-volt and a deeper area for storage. QX60 steering wheel, leather wrap wheel, nice big 10 and 2 notches. Infiniti badge on the horn button, flat bottom wheel to help you get in and out, but this is a very open and airy passenger cabin. I have plenty of room at 5'11" to get in and out of this vehicle. Flat black on the switch gear, controls for the digital dash, seek for your music and volume on the left. On the right, adaptive cruise, telephone voice command, safety suite controls, paddles on the back of the wheel to go through this 9-speed automatic manually. Then you can adjust your headlights here, turn signals, high beams on the left, on the right, front and rear wiper. Over here on the left, steering assist. That has to be used with the cruise control on, and it's like a semi-autonomous highway driving kind of thing. Here is where you can adjust your head-up display, whether you can raise it, lower it, all that jazz, turn it on, turn it off. Pop the tailgate, and we do have an electric tilting and telescoping wheel. And then we have our fully digital dash right here. We check out our drive modes. We have personal or a custom mode, sport, auto, eco, and snow. So a nice selection. I think for today, we'll just leave it in auto. And then you can go through the digital dash, and you do have pages that you can move across, left to right, and then you can actually have submenus you can go through depending on what you may want to see when you're going down the road. So it's simple to use and it is clear. Overhead console, spot for your shades right there. If you want your dome lighting to come on and off when you open and close the door, this button right here, pushed in with the orange light on. You open the door, lighting comes on, close the door, lighting will dim out. And then we have two switches for the panoramic roof. Switch for the shade, switch for the glass. So we hit the shade switch, it'll go back halfway and stop. And then we hit it a second time, and it'll go back over the top of the mid-row passengers. Once it's open, we can then open the glass using the glass switch. Wind buffer comes up, glass goes back, and then we can close her on up. And then if you want to tilt it, you just take that glass switch, push it towards the roof, it opens the tilt, or you can close it back up, and then we can close our shade. And again, that'll come back halfway. Then you hit it a second time, and it'll come back all the way closed. There we go. Rear view mirror. This is an upgraded rear view mirror as part of that vision option package that we talked about earlier. It is frameless with home link and the magic button to become a digital rear view mirror. And the buttons over here underneath it on the right are to zoom in, zoom out your rear view camera, or raise or lower the rear view camera height to fit your eye line. And now, sun visor with vanity and a light. Does it slide? Yes, it does. Getting into the mid-row of this QX60, but first the rear door panel. We have security shades on the back of each door, which is nice. And we have, again, this graphite with the stitching, soft armrest. So nice consistency of design, front to back, same use of materials. I have the seat set for my driving position. We also have the illuminated door sill plates on the back doors as well. And now we'll hop on in. Nice and easy to get in. Now the rear seats, you're up higher than you are when you're sitting in the front. So you're going to have to duck probably about 5'11" my height or taller. Now, once I'm in, I got enough room for my head, shoulders, and knees. We're going to go with the seat pocket behind the driver and the front passenger. In the back here, we have rear climate with 3-stage heated seats for both outboard mid-row passengers, and then with USB-C and a USB-A. Now, the bench seat here in the mid-row, same graphite leather with the stitching, nice and comfortable, perforated as well. Then you have your armrest, super soft, 2 cup holders. So overall, quite comfortable here in the mid-row of this QX60. Getting in the third row of the QX60, the button is right here on the base of the mid-row. You just hit that button and it just moves forward and out of the way so you can hop right in. So in I go. And here in row number 3, we do have the same leather with the stitching. We do have the weird Star Wars, Clone Wars headrests that feel like 2x4s in row number 3. Would like something a little bit nicer than that. We have a spot where you can lie your smartphone right in the middle of these 2 seats. So actually, it's 2 in the back. My mistake saying 3 earlier. And then in the back over here, you have 2 cup holders and a USB-A on the back right. And over here on the left, you have 2 cup holders and no USB-A. So there's only one USB-A in row number 3. So we have 2, 3, 2. So a 7-passenger configuration in this QX60. And my knees are pretty high. My head is pretty close to the roof. I do have the heat and air vents all the way around in the roof of the vehicle so I can stay cool. And I have my own dome light back here as well so I can read. But I'm going to need to try to argue with my buddy over who gets that USB-A. And I would recommend smaller adults and children here in row number 3. Then in the cargo area of this QX60, well, it's a power lift gate, so you can pop it from the key fob, you can pop it from the dash. You have a hands-free option where you come to the back, and right above the N in Infiniti, there's a button. You hit it, beeps a couple of times. Nice electric assist on the way up. Nice electric assist on the way down using this button. So now with the third row up, all 3 rows up, 14.5 cubic feet of cargo space in the back of QX60. Here are the carpeted floor mats that say QX60. And then underneath here, we do have some extra storage. And then we have some tie downs back here as well with a 12 volt for power. And then you can let the third row down, no problem. Just let the headrests down first. Then you can just take the button and push them forward, push the button up, throw them forward. And now with the third row down, you increase your cargo capacity to 41.6 cubic feet of cargo space. But if you want to get the mid row down, you don't have levers in the back of QX60, just like you don't in the Pathfinder. You got to go around to each door. And with this redesign, I hope they add those. Get them down. All you have to do is pull this lever up, seat folds flat. Go around to the other door. Pull the lever, seat folds flat. So now, with the third row and mid row down, we're looking at 75.4 cubic feet of cargo space in the back of this Infiniti QX60 Luxe. Window sticker time, here we go. 25 QX60 Luxe all-wheel drive. Standard equipment on the left and in the center. Options, there is that vision package for $1,500. The adaptive front lighting system, the head-up display, and that digital rear view mirror splash guards, and the paint. $62,580. MPG estimates. Government safety ratings. Made by Infiniti in Smyrna, Tennessee. Take this baby out for a spin. All right, we're heading down the road in this 25 QX60 Luxe all-wheel drive. Right off the bat, great visibility out of all the glass. No issues at all. Nice big side view mirrors. Blind spot monitoring, cross traffic alert, lane keep assist pre-collision. All that action in here for safety. Exterior LED lighting up front and out back for safety. So I do like that. And you know what? It's quiet. Quiet cabin, good sound deadening, right? Good acoustic glass in here. The suspension, well damped, nice and comfortable seats. So they do a nice job in making the ride quality in this QX60 excellent as far as that goes, and the seat comfort excellent. We do have the larger infotainment screen in here, 12.3 inches. It is going to wallow in the turns a bit because it is a big SUV. Wireless CarPlay, Android Auto, heated ventilated seats, heated steering wheel, wireless charging, right? You got heated seats in the back as well as climate and connectivity. So you do have some nice appointments in here in this Luxe. No doubt about that. How are the brakes? Stop on a dime and give you change. Now we'll throw it in the Sport. And we'll move this to manual mode, and we'll shift with the paddles. And unlike last year's V6 in the QX60, with this VC Turbo 4, you gotta wait for the turbos to spool up. Now they hit. There is a delay, and that's why I prefer the 3.5 liter V6 in this vehicle rather than this VC Turbo. In my opinion, it was a mistake for Infiniti to go with this VC Turbo in the QX60. I think that's going to hurt it, but you let me know what your opinion is on that. But I'm not a fan of it. Especially since they left the V6 in the Pathfinder and just took it out of this. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. But anyway, it is what it is. And even with the redesign for 26, it's still going to have the VC Turbo engine in it, not the V6. it does get up and go pretty well once, you know, you wait for that turbo power to kick in. And it drives well, and it handles well, and it's comfortable. It holds people. It does a lot of stuff really well. I think it looks good. I think it's a good looking vehicle. It's comfortable. The question for you is it worth 63 grand MSRP? I know you can get discounts, but all those are pretty much subjective to an individual person and what they can qualify for. I go by what public information is on pricing, and that's MSRP. Is it worth almost 63 grand MSRP? Or do you just buy Pathfinder Platinum for mid-50s? I mean, that's really where you're going to go with this vehicle. Is Infiniti worth this extra money? You let me know. You put it in the comments. Or if you're going to go premium, midsize, 3-row, where do you go? You let me know. Put that in the comments as well. But I do want to thank Infiniti of Flemington here in Flemington, New Jersey, for allowing the channel access to this brand new 2025 Infiniti QX60 Luxe all-wheel drive in majestic white for review today. I'd like to thank all of you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like. Please also consider subscribing and turn on that notification bell so you never miss another Shabby's Rides video. And I'll see all of you on the rebound. Take care, everyone.